What's up, guys? This is John with StarWarsNet77.com. I'm here with my good friend Justin.
Hey, Chris.
And we are at our hotel, and we just finished our day 2 of Star Wars Celebration. I apologize for the lighting's absolutely terrible probably in this video, but we are making do with what we have at the moment. So we just want to kind of show you what we picked up. I will do a video later on talking about the trailer of The Next Jedi, or The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. My
bad, Last Jedi. I'm super excited for that. I just want to hear your thoughts real quick about the trailer, Justin.
If you imagine everyone who's watching this has already seen
it.
It was pretty intense because, you know, like, for one, you see Phasma in there. That's really cool. I enjoy seeing that. And then seeing, you know, Rey practicing with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And Kylo Ren coming back and his helmet destroyed. There's a lot of hints towards some really dark and crazy stuff.
In the very last line where Luke is like, it's time for the Jedi to end. I mean, who knows what that obviously means at this point, but it's pretty interesting. So anyway, I want to show you what we picked up. Just why don't you start? Why don't you pick an item and show you what we got? We got a lot of similar stuff, but for sure. So what'd you get?
Let's start with, I guess, something similar that we have. There is a new line of Black Series coming out as the 40th anniversary. That's kind of the theme for this show, is the 40th anniversary. So one of the first figures I got was Obi-Wan, 40th anniversary. Very
I love the vintage look they have.
Exactly. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but it's a very cool package.
Yeah.
Very vintage looking. I'm a sucker for that stuff since I don't own the vintage ones.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
those are about 20 each.
Yeah, 20 bucks each.
Yeah. They also got we had Leia as well. I'm surprised this one was stuck around for as long as it did.
Yeah, of course, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, and then Luke, of course. And I'm going to put these on the ground while we talk about it, because that way you can show about the other items. But very cool. They did sell out of R2-D2, and they sold out Han Solo. We got these Friday, or Thursday yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were like the first ones to go.
Mm-hmm.
We did one, I just want to point out this thing too. This is Darth Vader. What a kind of legacy pack, I guess they call it.
Yeah, essentially it's a little display mount you can put all your figures on, and if you flip that box over, you can see it's actually double-sided. So it's like a display, but it came with Darth Vader. Very vintage looking. Looks
like the Star Wars Early Bird, obviously special.
Yeah, which we got to see a couple of those at the show.
Neither of these figures, by the way, we just showed you, are exclusive. These are available, I guess, in Target and other stores.
As Hasbro.
But even the Hasbro rep had no idea. Like, we asked, when is it hitting stores? I don't think they're hitting some stores, and I'm not really sure. I mean, Hasbro's distribution stinks at the moment. Let's just be honest right now. But those are cool, and that's sold out. Did that Darth Vader sold out?
Yeah, Darth Vader did sell out.
$43 for that set, I believe.
Yeah, a little overpriced for my taste, but it's kind of like we were here in the moment, and why not?
It's funny, Thursday, so we're at the Hasbro line, right? And they're like, it wasn't moving. And the guy, and there was like no one in the line actually to buy stuff. It was really weird. And this line was kind of off, you know, a little bit off the main line. And the guy comes up to us, he's like, dude, you just go up and walk. As long as you don't have a ticket, you just go up and walk. I think people who in line didn't realize that you could just go up and like buy stuff.
Right.
The way they did, they had like a kind of a system. In the morning, you get these tickets, and they go out really quick. We got up at like, what, 5 in the morning this morning.
Yeah.
We got there at, 6 in the morning?
I got about 5:30, yeah.
Yeah, and then we got there at 7, and then we got these tickets. By like 20 minutes after we got those tickets, they were gone. So the reason you want these tickets, of course, is to pick up this bad boy right here. This is Luke X-Wing. He's got like a metallic, I don't know how well you can see it. Again, the lighting's terrible in this video, but metallic finish to him. This figure is already a reprint of a previous X-Wing.
From what I can tell, I believe it's a reprint from the orange line that they did, or maybe it was the blue line. But it's, I could be totally wrong, could be totally new.
Back is really cool. You'll notice the back is actually different than like your standard, typical back. And what's unique, one thing I'm kind of disappointed in this figure though is there's no Star Wars Celebration like logo. Nothing really indicates that it's an exclusive, but it is an exclusive. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The one guy said what 800 of these a day. I think is what they said.
It was 800 tickets, 2 per person.
So 1,600 a day. I don't know how many they made, but most people are buying 2. Mm-hmm. They go for about $25. It's on eBay like right now as we're doing this video. They're going for like $125. Mm-hmm. Pretty crazy, if you ask me. But still, very cool figure. Super excited we got that. We also went to Disney had their own store, and that's like one of the first booths we went to. And they had these things. These are part of the Droid Factory line. So this is R3DO. I believe he's from Episode 7.
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought the red protocol droid was like actually from I always thought he was from like Echo Base, but I guess it's a different proto droid. But this guy's episode 7. These retail for 13. Why don't you talk about the chopper? Get to the chopper.
Yeah, I got C110P chopper from the Rebels series. I was excited to have this one because I'm really getting into the Rebels series. Very cool figure, 3.75-inch sets type of figure. I can't think right now.
Very cool figure, yeah. And have they made a chopper recently?
There was one other chopper that they had that I saw online. I was checking eBay to kind of see, what these were going for, just out of curiosity. And it seems like they had one, but it's pretty hard to find.
Yeah.
So.
It's interesting. This Droid Factory by Disney, these aren't Hasbro figures technically. I mean, if you go to Disneyland, Disney World, or you can actually build your own droid, which is really cool. But they look like they really could fit the 3 3/4 inch line very, very well. So this is a really cool line. And then this is the Droid Factory. These are from the Clone Wars. This is R5-013, R2C2, R5S9, and R5P8. This retail for 30, so you get 4.
If I'm not mistaken, this was the episode where they had the droids taking over a ship. I can't remember the exact episode. It's been a little bit since.
I'll do some B-roll here so you can actually see the figures up close and in full, full lighting, because you probably can barely see our faces in this video. But so that's cool. And then and this is cool too, man. This is a 2-pack. Did you end up getting one of these too? Or no?
Yeah, I did. I ended up getting.
So we ended up getting. You got the Droid Factory as well, the 4-pack.
Yeah.
Okay. And so this is like a 40th anniversary R2D2 C3PO. One thing kind of subtle I really like is that they actually spelled out R2D2 and C3PO as it like they did the vintage days, right? I don't know if you noticed that, but they actually spelled it out.
Oh wow!
So they did that back in the day as well with a lot of vintage figures and yeah, really really cool. I mean, this C3PO obviously is like pretty much the same mold as our 3DO, but very very cool, kind of 2-pack, very vintage looking, as you can see. And again, not Hasbro though; it could really fit into the Hasbro line. $25 for this set. What else do we get, Justin?
Well, I think now we're starting. Well, okay, this is one of the other.
Talk about one,
yeah, we got this other exclusive. This is what we both got. I actually got this for him for his birthday. It is the Biggs Dark Glider Special Edition Hot Wheels. It was an exclusive to the show. Retail was $10, I guess, because of the limited run. They had to make their profit. But basically, it looks to be a. I really don't know. It's more of a. What would you describe? I don't even know what to describe.
It's a Biggs Dark. It's like a race car. Biggs Dark Glider race car, die-cast metal. Was it $10?
Yeah, $10 retail.
I don't know how many of these made, but they're very cool. It looks again they have the vintage kind of thing to it. I like Biggs. I think he's like an undershadowed character.
Yeah, definitely.
I really like him a lot.
Maybe if we catch him tomorrow, we'll get him.
Yeah, the actor's actually here for sure. It's a clamshell, which is cool. So like kind of some of the General Giant things, you can open this up. You can actually, but the card is still sealed in there. But it's very cool that you can actually open this up. It's a clamshell, which is cool. That's a neat piece. And thank you.
Yeah, of course. Happy birthday.
And I guess one set that we should probably mention, we went to Hallmark, and they have those itty bitties. I know in my previous video I talked about itty bitties, and they had the snaggletooth, the blue snaggletooth. They only did 250 of those. Red snaggletooth was carded, and they had the hammerhead carded. Dude, the Hallmark line was nuts. Maybe tomorrow we'll have better luck. I don't know.
We can try tomorrow. It was bad,
crazy, and so we did not. That's really the only exclusive that I wanted that we haven't really, as of doing this video, we really didn't have an opportunity to get.
Yeah, at least the ones that we wanted.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about this bad boy right here?
Yeah. So this is a actual little book that they made to celebrate the.
It's not little. It's a pretty big book. But
it's a big book, yes. So basically, it's got the the kind of the. This is the picture that they use as like the banners outside of the actual venue, but it just kind of shows the history of Star Wars. But it's just for the 40th anniversary. Very nice quality book, very heavy paper, indents on the paper to like a 3D pop out effect. Basically, it's just showing you some of the, letter from Kathleen Kennedy, and then it goes through a timeline, shows you some cool things at the show.
The exclusive shirts.
And
guests. And
yeah, and then it's just showing, all the guests that were there. So, I mean, it's quite a few pages.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Yeah. And
$20 for that.
Yeah, $20.
And then we went to this. We got this at the Celebration store. We got that store fairly early. I think we waited like an hour in line, but most during the day it was like a 3-hour wait to get in.
Yeah, well, we had to do a double team type of thing where you had to go to one booth and I had to go to the other.
Yeah,
so.
General Giant, which we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah.
But so then checkout, we actually we were media, so we were able to get the fast pass line for checkout, which saved us about an hour. But we got obviously that. I got 3 shirts. Each of these were I think $25. I got the Luke from Force Awakens, really cool, man.
No, it's a very, very well done shirt.
Yeah.
I was jealous you got that one.
I got this one too. This is kind of their main theme. This kind of go around.
This was the one on the book, yeah.
Yeah. See.
That is one I purchased as well.
I like how they have like the logo on the back, and some of these shirts actually have a logo on the sleeves. This one doesn't. This one doesn't either, but there's some of them do. I know one you're wearing.
Yeah, this one does.
I got the Force Awakens Last Jedi.
Yeah, this was the shirt that I really wanted, was the Last Jedi shirt, because I've never actually owned a shirt when the movie came out, and it was like it feels really special to own this, especially since it says Star Wars Celebration on the sleeve. So it's probably one of my most cherished shirts now.
Yeah, it's cool. Cool shirt. And then I got my boys. They're like 3-year-olds. So I got them like a Yoda little beanbag and a BB-8 beanbag kind of thing. So
yeah, I actually got a BB-8 one for a family member.
Nice. These are $6 each, I think.
Yeah. I went ahead and picked up. It wasn't exclusive or anything. I thought it was kind of going to be, but I almost regret getting it. But it says playing cards. It's Rebels. And I sat there saying I would not be pissed.
This guy straight like 5 minutes before. I'm done spending my money. Oh, playing cards. This is by Cardamundi, I believe. Is
yeah.
So they have an exclusive that's like 150. That's limited to 150 run, and they retail for 60. But they're playing cards, and they have come up with a really cool individually numbered wooden case. But at the end of the day, it's still playing cards for $60.
Yeah. I could see being like a
Ralph
really
McQuarrie
big,
art,
really,
which is cool.
If you were like a big collector, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm a big collector, but I got this. This is actually just for fun. At my desk at work, I can just kind of play some cards or whatever.
Yeah.
But then
cool.
I'll show you my last exclusives that I got, and then we'll show you what we both got.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pin set. There were like 7 pin sets there. I couldn't afford them all. It was just crazy. This was retailed for $22. This is a Bounty Hunter set. It was very hard to choose which one because they came in packs of 3. So this one has Bosk, IG-88, and Boba Fett, done in the cartoonish style. And
yeah, they're cool. So the whole thing is like you can go up and trade with these, right? So
yeah, that's one of the big
people
things.
like to put them on their lanyards. Which I'm not wearing my lanyards. Another thing we got. If you want to run over and grab yours real quick. So basically people would put these pins on their lanyards, and you'd go up and switch. And a lot of the employees there would wear I think the Dark Trooper was the one that was
Death Trooper was
Death
the
Trooper,
one.
yeah.
And there was another one. I can't remember what it was in the book.
Well, you got Ahsoka, and you had to spend over 100. So it's funny. You spend over $100. You had an opportunity to get either that or like a Stormtrooper.
He was a Stormtrooper. So here's the other pin I got. It's Ahsoka, which Ahsoka is actually my main collection that I like.
It's just hilarious because they're like, okay, you spend over $100, you want to spend another $10 for a pen, and then if you spend over $150, you get actually purchase both of those.
So it's another $20.
It's a limited edition, obviously, but it's like, okay, I spent $150. Do I really want to spend $20 more on these pens? Look, they're super cool. I have nothing against these pens, but they're personally not my cup of tea. But people are super diehard into them. There's some really cool ones. I know, like Grand Admiral Thrawn, they're giving Del Rey books. Some vendors had like their own exclusive.
Gentle Giant had Hera.
Yeah, that's right.
But this was a cool thing we got. This is kind of what people were putting their pins on. This is a medal from A New Hope. They just turned it into something to hold your
lanyard. Super cool.
Lanyard. Yeah, very, very cool.
Velcro's apart too. Which is
there's some Velcro at the bottom, but pretty heavy medallion. It's made in China, but it's still very, very cool.
$10.
Yeah, I mean, it was $10. It says Celebration on it. It's an exclusive to the show. So, cheap exclusive.
Yeah, very cool though. And then they also do the Star Toss, and this is like third, or they've done them before in Europe, but this is the third one here in the States. All 3 celebrations I've been to, they've done these. And what they are is, 4 years ago, Orlando, they had New Hope themed, and then behind it, Empire Strikes Back themed. This year they had Return of the Jedi themed. And so they have 20 different characters. So at the collector panels, these are free. They're like medallions, going like metal, I don't know the best way to explain them. They're like pins, but they kind of are like pins, but they don't have a pin tack on the back.
Yeah, they're just like metal medallion kind of things.
But very vintage looking. We got 88. Probably go to another panel tomorrow. Hopefully get a different one. And every panel they give out a different figure. So
those who don't know who 88 is, as obscure as this is, he was the robot being torn apart in Jabba's palace. That's how obscure of character he is.
That's right. 88. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then that's so I should talk about my monster.
Let's go ahead and talk about this horrible story.
Okay, so General Giant. God, I love General Giant. You guys seen, those who watch my show, you know I love General Giant. I do these reviews over these 12-inch. I mean, I've supported for years, and I have nothing against General Giant, but this is the whole story about what happened today. It's kind of interesting. So it's not their fault, but so I get there. Again, we got up at 7, and the first thing you went to the Star Wars store. I went straight to General Giant, and they give you these like tickets. So I got a red ticket, but apparently they give out different color tickets to different groups. And then they announce at like 11 o'clock. They announce like who that winning ticket was. And I go back after our shop. It's like 11:30. I'm like, so what's the color? I'm like, what's the color ticket that won? And they're like, it's blue. So of course I didn't win my little allotment of tickets. And I'm like, well, how do you let people know? They're like, oh, we're just shouting it out. I'm like, well, don't you go on Facebook and like post? Won't you like do something that people can actually know? Anyway, so like, the guy's like very nice about it. And just so happens, it's on a side story. I'm talking to this guy, super nice guy. I'm like, how long have you been with General Giant? He's like, I've been here with for 20 years, 20 plus years. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, what do you do? I founded General Giant. The guy freaking found General Giant. Super nice guy, amazing guy, super down to earth. He's telling me the whole story about General Giant and how they do like obviously 3D printing and amazing 3D printing. But they have like a lot of the exclusive rights to Disney, where they do a lot of the Black Series, the 6-inch figures for Hasbro, and they do other like Hot Toys and
really?
Yeah. So they have everything, all the digital assets and stuff go through them, which I didn't even know. But anyway, super cool. But long story short, he's like, go there at noon, come back at noon, or wait here till noon, and we usually open it. Once the allotment's done with blue, usually there's some extra, come back. So I did that, and sure enough, I got the monster, the
trash monster.
The trash monster. Yeah, this is cool. And I talked about it in my previous video, and what this is back in 1978, when the Death Star set came out, they had the trash, and they had this green little rubber toy, right? And they had the foam things, and this came with a foam, and it's all blown up on a 12-inch scale. Super cool. $85. I'm okay with spending that. That's fine. Whatever. Anyway, this thing's pretty long. It's about maybe 2.5 feet wide.
Yeah, it was a pretty big box.
Yeah. So anyway, so I go to, there's a FedEx on the side. Like, this is perfect. FedEx, convenient. I go there, and the lady takes my, first off, she sees it. She takes it, and she grabs the biggest box she could find, right? I'm like, can you find a smaller box, please? She's like, no, this is the only one. So I'm like, okay. So I go and wait in line for a while, too, by the way. And then so she grabs it. She puts bubble wrap on it. She takes paper. She packs it really good. She puts it. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm thinking, how much is it going to cost? Because living in Arizona, this is Orlando. I'm like, maybe $70 shipping.
Tops. I mean,
tops.
Typically shipping in a number.
So I'm like, if I spend any more than what I paid for the figure, $85, like I feel ripped, right? So she puts the box on the thing, and she's like, 104. And I'm like, excuse me. She's like, excuse me, 104. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm okay, good. She must have ring it up like maybe double or something wrong. So I'm sorry, sir. I forgot to include the fee for, it's a $10 fee to even, I guess, look at it, whatever. It's a $10 fee for whatever reason. And and also there's a fee for the box, which is for a cardboard box, $22. Last time I checked, cardboard boxes were fairly cheap. I could go to Walmart and get a free, I should have just gone that and Walmart. But anyway, it ends up being $137 for everything shipped. I might jaw hit the ground. I'm like, what's so ironic about the whole situation, it's kind of frustrating and kind of makes me upset, is they do this after the fact. They wrap it up and they put your label on it. So it's like almost too late where I can like back out of it, But also like I could have like gotten. Ironically, there's that freaking name American whatever. They make those suitcases, right? Mm-hmm. American Silhouette or Statue or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
But they make these Star Wars suitcases. I could have gone like and bought a Star Wars suitcase and probably carried it on or checked it for cheaper than what I paid. And so I was I think it was like $230 into this figure at this point with shipping. I went on eBay and this thing goes for like $180 with free shipping. So I guess it's a story and I'll tell the grandkids, but it's like I could have gone on eBay and got it for cheaper. Shipped for free to my house, not $135.
And not have to wait 4 hours in line.
But it's just the most ridiculous thing. And I know I wasn't the only one. The guy behind me was from Boston. The same thing. They ripped him off too, and it's just highway robbery. So that was my story for today. We're going to hopefully hit up the Rebels panel tomorrow, and we'll have a film of that, hopefully, for you guys. Mm-hmm. Have it on this channel. Justin, where can people find you?
You can find me at 8bitkitty.com or on Star Wars Nut 77 as PanicP23. Okay. And also on Twitch TV as PanicP23. I do retro game streams.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Please like this video. Thanks for subscribing. If you guys were at Celebration, what did you guys end up picking up? What items are you interested in finding the most? What do you guys think about the Star Wars trailer? Please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care, and may the Force be with you guys.